Hi, it's Nick from the Run Testers, and this is our review of the B&O Beoplay E8 Sport headphones. So the E8 Sport are just about as premium as sports headphones get. They're very expensive. They're £300 in the UK, $350 in the US. And they're kind of Bang & Olufsen's real, attempt to just smash sports headphones out of the market with just the perfect set. So they're very, very lightweight. Each bud weighs 6.4 grams, despite the fact they're pretty big. They've got to get a lot of battery life and decent sound systems inside there, but they're still very lightweight. They are IP57 certified, so that's waterproof to depths of 1 meter for 30 minutes. So you can have no problems with that on the run, obviously, unless you're running in some very strange places. They come in two main colours from kind of B&O themselves, which is kind of black and I think oxygen blue, which is light blue. And then these are the special edition Bang & Olufsen collaboration with On Running edition, which I think happens to be the nicest design anyway. It's kind of got that greenish tinge, different colours on each headbud. They're the same price, they're just out for just a limited release, so they might sell out quite quickly. So when it comes to the fit, you get 4 kind of sizes of the in-ear tips in silicone, and then you get 1 set of memory foam ones, which are obviously kind of great for a range of fits, but also really good for bass. If you like really powerful bass, those memory foam tips are a little bit better. And then there are 3 sizes of fins, although the kind of smallest size doesn't have much at all in the way of a kind of wingtip on it. So the fins are key to a really secure fit for running. I've actually put the biggest fins on, which I probably didn't need. I've used the medium fins on the run and it's kind of okay. I didn't have any problems with them falling out or anything, but with the biggest fins you get a really, really secure fit, which is what I want, because I tend to have a bit of trouble with in-ear buds. Sometimes they will squirm loose during my runs a little bit, or I just have to adjust them a lot, and I find that annoying. So I've got the biggest fins on these at the moment. The only thing with that is, if you wear them for really long periods, like if you're sitting at your desk for 4 hours, the biggest fins might get a little bit uncomfortable. So when I'm working, I'll probably put the medium fins, or even take the fins off entirely. And if I was doing a marathon, I might go for the medium fins. But kind of day-to-day runs of up to 2 hours, 3 hours, not normally running that long anyway, the biggest fin is fine. But yeah, it's just something to know. If you want the most secure fit, it's perhaps not the most comfortable fit of the options available. But I will say, generally, the fit, is as secure as you'll get on any sports buds I've tried, especially in-ear ones. They're, any kind of in-ear buds that have that kind of fin or a wingtip are much more secure, like kind of the Jaybird Vista. They're better generally for me in particular. I think lots of people, if you don't want to use an ear hook, this is about as good as it gets for maximum security of a fit on the run. So the battery life on the E8 Sport is very good. You get 7 hours on the buds and an extra kind of 23 more in the case, so you end up kind of 30 total. So the Jabra Elite Active 75T I think has 7.5 hours on the buds, but I don't think you get as much in the case. So this is right up there with the best you're going to get on in-ear buds. Obviously, if you use the Powerbeats Pro, which is that larger ear hook design, I think they go up to 9 hours on the buds, but even then you don't get as much in the case. So this is really top notch. Also a quick charge feature, it's not that quick, it's 20 minutes, but you get 90 minutes of playback. I think if you just did shorty, you'd still get a decent amount of playback, and it only takes around 2 hours to kind of completely recharge the headphones. So generally, in between runs or in between uses, they're going to be fully charged in the case. Sound is obviously where the Beoplay E8 Sport really stand out. Obviously this is B&O's real kind of premium end sound quality you're getting from these headphones, so it's the kind of the best I've come across on sports headphones. It's just ridiculously clear. It's one of those things where you feel like you're kind of in the room with the band recording the music. You can pick out every instrument really clearly, and you can also really adjust it to suit your preferences in the partner app. Basically you get like a little 4-pointed circle, a circle with 4 points in it, and these 4 points are bright, energetic, warm and relaxed, and then as you move the pointer it kind of shows you what that will do to your bass and your treble. So warm is higher bass, that kind of thing, and bright is higher treble. You can save quite a few profiles on the app. It only shows 4 at a time, but you can save a load kind of behind the scenes. The only thing I will say is the bass, warm is definitely the right word for it. It's not kind of knock you out punchy. Like if you use the memory foam ear tips, it is a little bit more bassy, but warm is exactly what it is. It creates like a really nice ambiance to your music, if you will. And I really like that, but maybe people who are just very into kind of really bassy music might prefer just a kind of more punchy sound. But I will say that tool is very good. It's very intuitive and easy to use, and you can do it with the headphones in and adjust very quickly to the music you're playing, so you can see exactly how you're setting it up. So yeah, sound quality is, like I say, the best I've come across on any sports headphones, including Bose's Sound Sport truly wireless options. It's absolutely top notch, which you would expect for £300. So the headphones are controlled by kind of two touch-sensitive panels on each side. They each have kind of independent controls, but there's all the usual ones are there, you know, play, pause, double tap, you know, for skipping tracks. You also can control the volume by holding your finger on the right bud, that turns it up, and on the left bud, that turns it down. That's obviously not very easy to do on the run, especially if you're running quite hard. I don't know. I don't think any sports headphones have ever really nailed controls because it's very hard to do. You know, something that's very easy to control while you're on the run, but you don't really want to be holding your finger there for a few seconds. You want to tap, tap, tap or something and move on. But it's also quite easy to set off the controls when you're just adjusting the headbud in your ear. When we kind of were at the launch of these headphones, B&O kind of mentioned that they were going to have a mode that you could turn off the touch controls for long runs. And you can just set it up, let them go, and then you might have to control using your phone, which is a bit annoying, but at the same time you wouldn't be accidentally knocking the controls on the run. So that would be quite handy. I haven't seen it turn up in the app yet, but I would like to use that. There is also a transparency mode on these headphones, which is activated by single tapping the left earbud. So there are kind of 3 levels you can set on the transparency, or you can just turn off the feature entirely. At the maximum level of transparency, let in the most external noise, it will also just turn off your music. So I don't know why you wouldn't just take the headphones out if you're going to do that. It's also fair to say that you can activate the transparency just by knocking the headphone, you know, like I was saying, adjusting it on the run. And if you're just lowering the volume of your music, you might not notice that you've done that. So I've had a few times where I thought the max volume on these is really low, but actually I've just had transparency mode on. So if you, like me, are a fool, you might want to turn the transparency off to avoid that happening. So it's fair to say that B&O have nailed it in terms of creating a very, very good set of sports headphones here. The kind of 3 main things you look for in sports headphones, kind of sound quality, fit, and battery life, are all as good or better than anything else on the market, really. So you can't really argue with the product. You can still argue with the price though, because for £300 you can get an absolutely incredible set of sports headphones like the Jabra Elite Active, the Jaybird Vista, or even if you're okay with a wire, something like the Jaybird Terra Pro or the Powerbeats 4. You can get those for, you know, well under £200, and you've got a load of money left over to buy yourself a really nice set of non-sports headphones if you do want that kind of on the side. So the price is still a huge sticking point, but like I say, you cannot argue with the product. It's absolutely fantastic. It's probably the best sports headphones I've come across. It's £300. It makes the Apple AirPods Pro look cheap at $250, and they do active noise cancellation, which these don't. Although obviously the in-ear design means the passive noise cancellation is pretty good anyway. So yeah. Brilliant headphones, huge price. You've got to make the call on whether they're worth it. So that's it. That's our review of the Beoplay E8 Sport headphones. Do let us know what you think in the comments. Would you ever pay £300 for a set of sports headphones? Please like and subscribe and ring the little bell to get notified when we release a new video. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.